seminars lined up?
Not really good ones. I'm kind of glad I canceled Kevin's.
Yeah.
Because I got sick
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, and I started feeling better Saturday, but like, it's.
How cool is it that people ask you to come out and teach a seminar?
Well, I don't know, like.
I think it's pretty cool.
Right?
I don't feel like I have a really good following, so.
Really?
Like that one that I taught in Iowa was my best.
Yeah.
And that was cool. I just feel like I wish there was more. I don't know how to
Right.
build that.
Do you really try to get seminars though?
I don't know, like it's tough. I do feel like I try to like put that market piece out there. Maybe I'm just not good at it, or maybe I'm not like. What I'd like for Mandy to do is to create some kind of flyer and maybe send it to every school.
That's what I did.
Yeah, you know, like
for King of the Mat, I legitimately sent a flyer out to every school.
I think we need to do that more. Like,
Yeah.
okay, look, we'd like to go to Atlanta, Georgia, or LA, or wherever, and like she just searches BJJ schools and then send out something to their message board.
Do you think it's harder for location? Like it's like I have options. I don't really want to go there. Like I'd rather go here.
That's a better question. That's a good one.
Like I could get all day long. I can go to Montana and teach seminars, and it'd be easy to do. But I can't get a fucking thing in Texas, or
Yep.
I can't get a fucking thing in Florida.
I don't think I would want to go to Atlanta for sure.
Yeah, I'm not. I would rather go anywhere.
What is wrong with you people in Atlanta? Atlanta's a
Atlanta's
beautiful
horrible.
city.
I don't know. I haven't had
He showed me the good parts of Atlanta. Just like I was the same way with Chicago as well. And as long as you go with Michael to Chicago or Atlanta, you're fine.
Yeah, I could agree with that because like there's areas
I
of Chicago I love.
I went to a mall in Atlanta and could not buy anything.
Is it the Underground?
No.
Have you ever been there?
No, yes, I have. I explored Atlanta because I love Atlanta. No, this is called Buckhead, and all of us, like all of our incomes combined, we're still getting beat in Buckhead.
That's kind of like when I went to that place in Vegas and I was like,
Yeah.
I cannot afford one thing at this mall.
That's their
No.
Melrose.
But Buckhead is like this is actually
Definitely is.
one of the coolest movie theaters I've went to. The AMC theater. I know, yeah. You just go ahead and put that on. You're
Put it
good.
there.
So literally,
Thanks.
I went to Buckhead and went to this AMC
Dad.
movie theater, just a normal movie theater,
Yeah.
I figured. And we sat
Take a
down to
nap.
watch the new Star Wars, and it was a row of 2 seats.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's a movie
shit.
theater of 15 people,
Wow.
and
That's
the
cool.
screen is like right there in front of you.
You're
And I was
right
just
on it.
sitting there, and I was like, "Is this how rich people watch movies?" And I was just like, "This is amazing!" It was the coolest experience I've ever
Like a
had.
small screen?
I went to
Smaller,
a movie
yeah.
theater in
Yeah.
Chicago like that once, down
I-
by Navy Pier.
I had never
That's
been to
cool.
one like that, and
It wasn't 15 though. It's still probably like 50,
Yeah.
but it went
Oh,
along the
This
wall.
was
So
like-
it was in a skyscraper,
yeah, this was like 15.
and you had to like walk up to your levels, and you basically just walked out to your row. So it was like you guys
So
were
I mean,
sitting
it was
up.
like it was steep. There.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So like you had your
So
row,
cool.
and the screen was
You
probably,
couldn't go to that one drunk because you'll fall right. For
Yeah,
it.
it was neat, you know, like it was like
Yeah.
straight up that your seats were instead of like scaled out, and it was like the coolest movie experience I ever had.
You avoided the question. What state do you not want to go to? do
What
a
state
seminar?
do I not want to go to?
Alaska.
I would
Oh,
like
hell
Alaska.
no.
I'd go to
That's
Alaska.
such a long
Um,
trip.
That is long.
To
Yeah,
teach
'cause
us
you
It's
don't
just
fly.
pain. It's just pain
To
for
teach
me.
a seminar.
Yeah.
Cowden.
Boy, that would
Illinois
be-
is definitely on the low list of it for
That
sure.
would be a fun seminar in Cowden. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, that's real cool and
It's
all,
like
but
Gage shows up.
You didn't bring enough meth.
Yeah. So my dealer's not giving me what I need. How should I go about attacking him?
I don't know any state that I wouldn't want to go to because I like the aspect of all of them. Like they all offer something kind of unique that you could.
North Dakota.
Is the answer Michigan?
I knew where you
Welcome
were
to
going.
the
Hey!
show.
I
the
mean,
premier YouTube channel or YouTube show for grappling and MMA for amateurs, by amateurs. That we mainly talk about experts.
2 in a row, you got them both.
I know I cut it down really good so I can memorize it. I'm sitting next to Ronnie Putnam,
That's me.
MMA and head instructor at Moequa. Brendan Wells, beginner instructor at EP Legends. Remember we talked about that? We need to start instituting that.
clapping.
And Chad Hawkins. All right, so let's go on to. We are doing the laziest episode, but it's got a little twist on it today, so it's gonna be pretty exciting. We're going to a mailbag episode. The first question,
Brandon's going to bed.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
He's got
You're
this.
fine, man.
He's
I'm
got
in it.
this.
First off, we should also say that we're really happy that Allison's doing better.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Big shout out to Allison. Glad that
Yeah.
you're doing better. I was so scared I was going to get your name wrong.
That's
I was-
okay.
That was terrifying. It
Her
really
name's
was
Sarah.
terrifying.
She won't be
Her
able to.
name's Sarah. You're so far off. Her name's Sarah.
I train with only men, and I want to get good
Are we still talking
at
about
this, but it has been really tough. Oh, right now, a lot of men don't want to roll with me. Should I change my approach or be looking for an all women's class?
Still.
I had a thought about this, and I think of this in two ways. It depends on what you're looking for.
True.
If you are looking for this is for self-defense, this is something I want to make sure that I am prepared to be able to defend myself, you don't want to go to an all-women's class for that. I know a lot of women like that. They have the the comfortability of that, and that's a great introductory class. But if you are wanting to train regularly
If you want
to be able
to defend yourself against a rape, you might
exactly
as well do it
yes,
versus a male.
in as brass terms as we can put it, that's what you're training for. You're training to fight
They're
against.
going to be
someone.
stronger. They're going to be faster. They're going to be more aggressive. They're not going to say, "Oh, I'm sorry that I hit your hair. I'm sorry that I
Well, I didn't go that far.
stomped
but-
on your foot."
I didn't go insulting, but okay.
And then just to
That's
cut
what I'm
that
here
off,
for.
and then on the other side, if you're gonna be competitive, I mean, there are some aspects of yes, if you're training with males, then your game will get better that way because they're more athletic and all the things that Chad said before he got too far. But you're also almost doing a disservice to yourself because if you're not training with other women, you're not training the way that they're training because there's how the games evolve. A woman's game in a competitive jiu-jitsu match is very different than a male's game in a competitive jiu-jitsu match because it's just behind the times a little. Yeah, 50-50.
I think
Is that
it's.
scissor banging?
I just did that to insult you. That's basically
Hey,
it.
we got to look at the other avenue of this too.
This is going to be bad. Go ahead.
Men
Mm-hmm.
that are training with women should be a little bit more forceful, enact the actual moment of what they're trying to defend against.
See, I think it's just all about having a good training partner. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. If you just need someone that's close to your size that can.
I tried to make a
Train
good
well
joke
with you.
there.
I showed Sunyin this question, and she guessed on which person was going to be the most insulting. She of course said Chad. So
Yeah.
we all
Who
went with
wouldn't guess that?
that. She
I
then
mean-
guessed Brandon would
I've
be
been
the
watching a lot
one
of
that
Matt
would be
Rife.
a little bit more sensitive to the subject, and Sunyin actually questioned
She
that
called you a
question.
pussy.
That's fine. Call 'em like you see it.
She actually questioned this question by saying that, well, if you go to an all women's class and it's the insinuation that whatever, women can be dicks to women and they can also sexually assault women.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's true
So
as well.
she's, Sunyin's super progressive, so she's always going to bring up stupid shit like
And
that.
not to
but
throw
anyway.
myself under the bus, but most women are bigger than me anyway. So, I guarantee you, every woman that comes into our gym to
Ever.
train is bigger than me.
Hey,
Hey,
I don't
there's
want to hear
kids.
this attitude. Okay?
What
I'm a
is-
man.
What is the number one reason why people don't stick? I apologize. What is the number one reason people don't try or stick with jiu-jitsu? Austin put in producer credit in here. In other words, what keeps people out of the gym or scares them off after 10 minutes of guard passing?
It's hard. It's tough. You have to have a lot of mental and physical resilience to keep coming back and getting beat until you get to a point where you can stave off the beatings.
Yeah,
People are pussies.
And it takes a long time. It's a hard road.
yeah, brass tacks. It's ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's,
mean, every once in a while, there's other
it's
circumstances.
funny
but-
because in the sport, like, we like to say, well, there's no ego. We like to say, like, but it's like secretly down inside somewhere that we all have an ego.
Yeah.
Every one of us, even sitting right here, I've seen little issues that we've had struggles with throughout our career.
Absolutely.
Everyone has ego.
I've
It's part of being a human.
tapped
like-
to a white belt and been pissed. I remember
You actually do
talking-
the best with it.
Yeah, I for the most part, but even then, like I have moments where I've tapped out, and I'm like, God, I should have tapped out to that. I should have tried a little bit harder.
I should have went home hurt.
Yeah, I should have went home hurt.
And I don't even know if it's that, but like you've done so good in your career at like encouraging people to beat you. Like
Yeah.
I want my students to pass me, but like in the moment, I don't ever want to lose.
Right.
And it's taken
I
a
don't
long
believe you.
time. Huh?
I don't believe you.
What, that I want my students to pass me? It's,
I really don't. Like,
I guess it's this battle between two things. One, I want to stay the alpha because in my mind that keeps me like, okay, as long as I'm up here winning and learning and growing,
Mhm.
then I'm still going to have students coming in the academy that want to do that.
Yep.
But like on the other end, I don't want to be that person where it's like all the students worship you and they look at you and they don't want to attack you because you've created this persona
Right.
or whatever that, you know, you're above everyone.
you talk a lot, so there's no way people think that.
Brandon, defend me.
my fear, because I have that thought as well, because I am you can be the gym enforcer for your gym. I can't.
Yeah,
I have no
me
like
either.
if
I
it's
can't do that.
if someone decided to come in one night and is like, hey, I'm gonna beat up all your guys, like, yeah, I'm
Hope
not gonna be
Tristan's
able to
there.
stop you.
Like,
I'm gonna
I
have
think
to
you
find
could.
someone
You
else.
just have to do it right. Because
Yeah.
there's been times that I've had people come to my, or, you know, show up or whatever. And unfortunately, as bad as it sounds, you have to create the right atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, like, clearly, I mean, it's going to suck if he's like, no, I know you're the instructor. I want to fight you in the middle. And you're like, well, it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we go through the 45-minute Shark Tank until you're dead?
And then
I'll take you on.
And that
And then
is
if you lose, it's really bad.
That's exactly what I would do.
we gang up on people.
Yeah.
When we see someone come in, and
We're a
they're-
team.
They're
You're
being
fighting a
whatever,
team.
We're like, me and Austin usually look at each other and we're like, okay, we know
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Brandon and I.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Fusion.
I just had a baby.
But I
How
think it's
do
all ego shit again.
Yeah.
If
it
someone's
is.
showing up to the gym and they're like, "Oh, I want to beat you," especially like me.
Trying to get you so you can
Oh,
It's
get
okay. It's okay.
Brandon,
I
he's
just
alive,
had
he's good.
I just had a baby. How do I keep doing jiu-jitsu without being in the gym? Let's see where Chad goes with this.
Fucked up having a baby. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I gotta walk that line.
All right, Johnny Cash is walking the line.
This is a real jiu-jitsu question, Chad.
So
Oh,
there's a lot of things you can do at home.
she just talked about like for the first few months.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like,
see, that's exactly where I wanted to go. He's assuming that it's a woman. It is a man.
It's a man,
Having
He
a
just
baby.
had a baby.
and he has to
can't
stay home.
and help with the baby.
Help. That's crazy.
okay. So when you are,
I mean, does he still not have an hour every day that he gets to
Yeah,
do his
come
own
on,
thing?
come on,
Like,
Jesus Christ, right?
I guess
Surely.
it's studying footage.
I don't even have joke answers on this one, so I'll go ahead and get out your jokey jokes, and then I can say my answer. Okay?
Go on,
All
Ryan.
right. So I mean, there's a lot of times where I wish I had more downtime where I could do things like studying film. That's something that I wish I had more time to do. So if I had more time, I could be like, I'm gonna watch the last Marangali match and break down what he's doing, and then I can take that and figure that out. If you can get good at breaking down videos, and that's a great time to do it, is when you have time on your hands. You can learn new techniques. You can see what they're doing, see what their strategy is, or you can learn even just the skill of breaking someone down, and then you can be helpful in that aspect. There's many times where I look at a fighter when I'm deciding whether we want to take a fight or not, or we've taken a fight and I'm deciding, well, what's our game plan? And I've looked at it and I was like, okay, this is what I see. And I will say, hey, take a look at this. What do you think? I've even done that with Chad, and he knows nothing about MMA. I was like, what do you think of this guy's grappling? Or I'll say, mostly when I ask Chad, I was like, hey, I got a 28-year-old and a 40-year-old. Which one should we fight? And he'll say 40-year-old every time. But taking
know a
that
little bit about MMA.
right, that's the takeaway. Taking the
Take away from all that talk.
like looking at your even if it's just watching the Instagram, hey, check out this move, and watching it and like, I think that's cool, I'm gonna try that, or I think that's bullshit, let me see if that works. Just going through those motions, and you know, whether you have a partner or not, you can go through those motions and kind of figure out if that's something good or not.
All these things you're saying don't just apply to jiu-jitsu. It applies to getting good at any game. Any game that you play and you want to get better at, you need to go back and analyze the games you've played, see what they did better than you, what you can get better at. It's just
I
a
do that.
general principle to get good at almost anything.
I do that with marketing with the business. I sit there and I try to steal from the best. I analyze like what did I like about this ad,
Right.
blah blah blah, and all sorts of shit like
I
that.
have a little bit of wisdom.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Whether you're in class or at home, it happens both ways. I've seen lots of people show up and not do shit on the mats or improve themselves or learn. So what's the difference whether you're at home or whether you're at school?
Well, it's your focus.
So,
In
but
both
what
of
I'm
them.
saying is, he's asking, how does he get better when he has a baby? The thing is how many people are showing up to the mats and not actually learning something legit every night? They're doing the same thing that he's doing from home. So if you really want to learn, you can learn whatever, like you said, whatever game, whatever sport, whatever hobby, whatever direction you're going, you have to really apply yourself that you want to grow in that area at least once a day somehow.
It's like focused practice, like piano. If you want to get good at piano, you got to go in and you got to have a focused thing you want to practice every day. You're going to practice these scales. You're going to practice this arm bar. You're going to go in with a plan and you're going to do it. You're not
You're
going
gonna
to
watch
in,
this video, and what's the one
Right.
takeaway you learn from it? Okay, I saw the grip on his wrist was this way, so I got to make sure I do that when I get back to class.
By the way, I wanted your input. I want to do a Heyyy show song. And I want to
Are
do
we
like
singing?
15 seconds of music, like for intro music, and I want to have people start playing them on different.
He gets a
instruments.
banjo.
Okay.
So can you think you can do that?
Why
I'll
do
try.
I look
Okay.
like I know how
I
to
just
play
think
a
it'd be
banjo?
fun.
It just sounded good.
All right, so it's funny because the answer
Do you know how to
everyone
play
gave
banjo?
this guy was solo drills.
Yeah.
And then they showed them things, which I just wanted all of us to not say solo drills because I think that's
I
bullshit.
mean, I was gonna say like it's still nice you could do something, but who's gonna really do that on the carpet?
Right.
I think the footage thing's your best bet.
Well, you can do things that, like, just supplemental workout things that are going to help your jiu-jitsu too, like kettlebell lifts or
yeah,
jogs,
stretching.
Yeah.
stretching. Like, all that stuff helps you when you get
Are
back
you
to the
still
gym.
caught up on your kettlebells?
No, I'm so far behind now, bud.
You're not quitting, are you?
No, I'll get back in there, but
Craig,
I'm like 1,000 behind.
Craig Jones, Bernardo Faria, and John Danaher believe that the 3 subs black belts need to know is, and let's see if Ronnie can guess which one chose which one. Okay?
They
So,
each chose one,
Craig Jones, Faria, Danaher.
and they all chose one sub.
Yeah, it's all one. Ankle lock, head and arm choke, north-south, and shoulder crunch, straight arm lock. They said that every black belt should know those 3 submissions.
What about a rear naked choke? Like,
They said that these are the 3 submissions that will help a black belt win matches.
oh, specifically just a black belt.
Just
Not
a
that
black-
by the
just a
time
black
you're a
belt.
black belt, you
Yep,
should know
just
these.
a black belt.
Okay.
Ankle
I
lock,
get it.
head and arm, shoulder crunch,
Is this
straight
in
arm
the gi?
lock. It was not.
I feel like the shoulder lock would be Danaher.
That's what I was going with.
With the
Ding, ding,
butterfly
ding,
sweep.
correct.
Yeah.
And then what do we got?
Sumigashi.
What do we got left?
Ankle lock and head and arm choke.
Head and arms got to be Bernardo.
Yeah,
Ankle
ankle
lock's
lock's
definitely
Craig
Craig
Jones.
Jones.
Straight on. Yep,
Yeah.
that's actually right. What
Boom.
are the Heyyy Show's
We're not
submission
worthless.
starter kits? So that means for a black belt. So that means you 3 get to choose one submission that you think every black belt should
For a
use
black belt?
to
Boy.
get
I don't feel qualified to answer this.
Yeah.
to get taps.
I think-
Man.
Listen, don't feed Chad's ego and let him pick 3 submissions. So
Fair.
just pick something. Jesus.
Fair.
Gotta
If
learn
we're
the
talking-
No
Hadoken.
gi or gi, or just universal.
This was no-gi.
Okay.
I mean, you got to go heel hook then. I'm so shocked that if this was a no-gi and it's those guys, none of them said heel hook.
Well, here's the thing too: is I guess it's black belt, because I'm also looking at it from the point of view that like those submissions are all legal throughout all the belts. Some tournaments don't allow those submissions. Those 3 are allowed in every tournament. Sometimes heel hooks and reaping's not allowed in the tournament. So to know a heel hook going in an IBJJF no-gi, now you can do it, but back in the day you couldn't.
But like, why isn't a rear naked choke still superseding all of these?
Well, getting the chance of getting a back is almost impossible at black belt. But if you
Not
get the
no-gi.
back, well, if you get, I mean, I guarantee getting the back in black belt is still super
I
hard.
did not think this was gonna be a jiu-jitsu thing. I thought we were just gonna bang out three subs real quick.
No, when
Really?
I
Okay.
when
I
I
feel
saw
like the
this
rear
one, I
naked
thought
choke
it
is
was-
the
You're
most is a common
You
one,
do,
but
you
it's
do whatever
yeah.
you guys
I think
want.
it's the best submission there is in jiu-jitsu.
but how hard is it to keep the back of that level?
Yeah.
You know,
It's tough.
like most times someone might give you their ankle. Most times someone might give you the shoulder crunch to do
How
that.
often
Yeah.
do you get a black belt mounted and step off to the side to arm triangle him? Like,
Well, as you're passing through the knee cut, you can arm triangle.
Yeah, I mean,
And if they
arm
go turtle, you can rear naked choke them.
yeah, arm
Yeah.
triangle, because they were more going north south, which you can hit the north south choke as you're passing. People give up north south more often.
Like I said,
That's
I don't
the-
feel qualified to even have an input.
That's
to be
the
honest.
number. I would say.
So
most,
you're picking rear naked choke.
It's not
I
a bad
guess.
one
I don't
because
It's not
That's
bad.
not a bad
This is
one
just
at all.
there. You know, and the other thing is we're looking at it from a point of view that these
I
three were
think that's
thrown out
the
there.
most practical submission in jiu-jitsu.
Okay, let me rephrase the rules a little bit. This is if you have an ungodly submission of X, which would be rear naked choke, you will have success as a black belt.
Mm.
So let's look at it that
I
way.
mean,
I still
wrist
think
lock.
so.
Wrist lock's probably a decent one.
So rear naked choke, we have one.
I think the close, well, not the close guard. I think the traditional armbar that doesn't count, right? Like they're talking about the straight armbar, shoulder
Let's talk
crush.
about the
Yeah.
shoulder crush
Yeah,
sweep.
hit the
He-
armbar from there.
You'll be shocked to hear that Danaher got a little long-winded and didn't go on to how many more submissions are from this submission type deal.
Okay.
So
I mean, that makes sense because there's
Yeah.
a lot of branches from that position.
Craig Jones took it less serious and said, "Oh, an ankle lock,"
Yeah.
and they showed an ankle lock.
Yeah, I definitely think the traditional armbar is money from so many different places and so many different opportunities.
So rear
And I think I
RNC,
agree with that.
The only thing that I
armbar.
think for the rear naked choke is chokes are sometimes so much harder to finish than actual joint manipulation.
But the choke can actually straight up win it for you, as opposed to
Right,
somebody can
right,
just let
right,
their
for
arm break.
sure, 100%.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, once your arm's broken,
I
it's
will-
dangling.
I agree with.
What
They're
about
both.
Gordon though?
Yeah.
Gordon got his foot broke. And
Right, 100%.
Still won.
Yeah,
Um,
you can put someone unconscious with a choke. Then that's more going towards
you
like a
can't-
self-defense.
And you can't, but you also can't fake them out.
Right.
Like he's talking about, like you pop your arm and it's bad, you can just keep going.
Yeah.
But you get choked unconscious, you're unconscious.
Right.
They're gonna stop the match. So
well, I
Ronnie,
mean,
your
and the
last
thing
one?
is, sorry.
I'm still gonna stick to heel hook just because I feel like it's so much more accepted now at the black belt level.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I think heel hook's a good one. The only thing that I was going to say with the last part is you tear someone's shoulder out, you break someone's ankle in the match, and they're not going to be at least coming forward very much anymore.
Right.
Right.
Unfortunately, if you pop the elbow, you still do get a little bit of strength in your arm.
Yeah.
But if you tear the shoulder out, you break the ankle,
Yeah, those are
you're
more
definitely going to
devastating.
be, like you're going to be moving differently.
Yeah.
Shoulders, knees are way more
Can
devastating.
we,
And toes.
can we go on to the fun fucking questions?
Sure.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Would you be willing to give up 30 years of your life to kill one person?
No.
What? Give up 30 years of my life to kill one person?
Yeah.
Like I go to 69 right now?
Correct. To kill someone.
What the fuck? How would you know how long you're gonna go?
Well, it's 30 years from my age now, right?
He's just saying you'll die
You're
30 years
giving up
earlier.
30 years of your life. So let's say the average expected life is 75, then you're at 65, 45. You die at 45.
That's
Hope
not
you
worth it. I
hope
don't
you
know
got
who I
someone
want
you
to
wanna
kill.
Yeah, I don't got any
No,
issues with
I think
somebody.
I think I'm
No.
good.
Sweet, 25,
No, I'm
25
good.
years now.
20.
Mhm.
don't
I
know
got
who
too many
wanna
cool
kill.
things I like
15?
doing.
Who-
No.
First, do you have someone you want to kill?
10.
Mhm.
The countdown is getting more and more
Is it me?
ominous. No.
5.
6 months,
I can't-
Chad.
I can't think of anyone that I would want to
I
kill
can't think of anyone
to
I want to
give
kill
up any
either.
kind of life. Yeah, I mean,
What do I get out of it?
if we're talking
just
like
dead? I don't have to
pick
deal with him anymore?
someone,
What if you kill McVicker? Do you take over all his academies? and students?
Yeah, do I get something? I mean, I'm
I don't know.
willing to go pretty morbid,
I
but
don't know how to explain this to you, but you should really think about this question.
if I let someone die, I mean, I don't want
No.
to pick my dad. I
No.
feel heartless.
Oh my god, why would
That's
you?
what I was about to.
What? That's
Yes.
who you want me to pick?
No, that would be the answer.
Oh,
Because what would happen?
I might give up 6 months of my life.
To kill your dad?
I don't really want him dead.
We're at 5 years, so I mean, like, no one's took it up.
There's some battles. There's
You want-
definitely some demons there.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know the number it got to me?
What?
15.
15 years?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I can't say that. 'Cause
Do I know it? Have you called me on the lady before?
Oh no. This is a long-term grudge.
I mean, that's like 15 more years I could be playing Diablo or something.
All right.
I'm pretty excited for
It
Diablo
was
4.
great. It was great because Austin added on. I had the original question of 30, and Austin's like, now you start going lower, and you see where you get. So I'm the morbid one that got to 15. All right. Can you be too old for competition? Mike will answer this. Yes. Hey guys, I'm 3 classes in. I am frustrated. I'm almost at that point. Like my body hurts so bad.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
at the point of being 3 classes in.
No, I'm at that point. I told Sun Yun the other day. I was like, I don't know how much more I can go on this.
Dude,
I get
And
it,
I was
man.
just
that's
like-
that's why I'm trying to kind of stop being so
No,
competitive.
I'm a crazy person. I'll keep doing it because I know the benefits to it. But I was just like, with my shoulder, I honestly was like, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, hey guys, I'm 3 classes in. I am frustrated that guys are better than me. Hold on, no,
What the fuck
no,
kind of
read
question is
no,
that?
read this whole question.
Okay.
It's the dumbest
Can we
question
say the
I've ever
person's
read.
name?
No, it was like on some random message
Okay.
board. That's where I get these.
Continue.
Hey guys, I'm 3 classes in. I am frustrated that guys are better than me, and I can't.
What about
keep
girls?
up.
You're not frustrated about that? Okay.
And I can't keep up. I just use brute strength and have no technique. Should I not do that?
Correct. You
No,
should
you
not
should
do
keep
that.
doing it. Just send it.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch, send it.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. If you're trying to get good at something in 3 days, you're not gonna be good. So.
It was-
Hey,
I read that.
what was created in 6 days?
Thank
That's
you.
right. That's right. Give it 3 more days.
I needed
and
that
then you're
comeback
fine.
from Michael.
Even God needed double.
He needed
that.
a rest, for sure.
That's right. Yeah,
What?
give it 3 more days and then try it out again.
Did I ever tell
What's
you
the
one
next
time
one?
I asked
That's a good
Allison
answer.
how long she thought if we started a match right now, how long
Yeah.
she thought it would take to score a single point on me, and she's like 3 minutes.
She could definitely pass the guard.
Yeah, right.
What
She
do
would Scarlett Johansson that shit and immediately
What
get
did-
past.
That might work.
What do you do for recovery after a hard week or a tournament?
Eat pizza.
Pizza, edible.
This is the one thing that Rev does make fun of jiu-jitsu people about. He's like, I don't understand how you people like do your nutrition and like take care of yourselves. He said it's the weirdest group of
We
people
don't.
he's ever been.
That's the
point,
point.
yeah.
Wrestlers don't do that. Okay. I lost.
I'm
my
hardly a
place.
professional athlete.
You're close.
No,
You're close.
I'm not.
Would you take?
Got more pan titles
would
than
you
most.
take something that removes your body's need for sleep if it was given to you?
Yes.
100%.
There's so much you can get done.
Oh God, I cannot believe I'm the person who's opposite of that.
I love sleep.
That
Trust me. Like,
sounds horrible.
Boy, I could
you
get
didn't
so good at
need
so
it.
many things.
Yeah, you don't. What they're saying is you don't need it.
yeah.
You're at
I would
maximum.
love that. I mean, I love sleep more than anything. I hate getting up, and I love being in that sleep. I love dreaming. I love everything about it. But if I could just never be tired and like
Yeah.
go all day,
I'd be so good at so many things.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
what
agree.
fascinated me about Twilight so much. Just the
Okay.
simple
Give me 1
fact.
second here. Hold on here.
All right.
What was that?
Just the fact that they never had to sleep. Like, how
Why
much
did
could
you
you
just
accomplish?
say vampires?
Yeah.
Why did you have to
Yeah.
throw Twilight in there?
Yeah, it
They're
reminded
like
me
the
that
fucking lamest vampires.
they're pretty cool.
No, they're not.
They seem like
They
nice
sparkle
people.
in the sunlight.
That's awesome.
That is the dumbest thing I've
Dude,
ever
who's just gonna
seen
light your
in
way?
my life.
It's better than dying in the sunlight.
He's gonna
I hate it.
glitter and put it on his
I hate it
face.
so much.
I think it's fabulous.
Ugh.
Oh, that's why we can't do the show without you. This is an either. This is an or question. Rotolo's X Factor / weirdness or Lachlan Giles leg game. Go.
Oh man, that's a tough
Rotolo's.
one. I thought about that too, but for me, if it's me, I would rather have Lachlan Giles game because it's so technical and I don't have to work as
Oh,
hard.
is this something I get to absorb?
Yes.
You just get to
Okay.
absorb.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the Giles thing too.
Yeah, because now I don't have to be all nimbly bimbly.
Yeah,
jumping
they're
from-
so
yeah.
energetic
Yeah,
and
no.
so crazy.
And they have to move around.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
Nah. Let me grab a hold of your leg and technically break it.
Let me just sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do not want to have to move. I mean, they're gonna be in a wheelchair
Yes.
for sure at 30.
All right. So
Like,
we're all
my
agreement.
body
This is the first
does
one we
not
all
wanna
agree
move
on.
anymore.
I like it. I like it.
Um,
Even Chad went against the Rotolos. That's
yeah,
a good sign.
That's good.
They're clean though, athletic wise.
BJJ competitor for your life against Izzy. This is MMA.
This one was a tough one.
One BJJ competitor to fight Izzy in an MMA match?
Yes.
But
Same
I
weight
mean,
or
he
don't matter?
has to win.
None of them can win.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
None of
That's-
them can win. None of them can even really get close.
Can the weight be bigger?
Yeah.
I was leaning towards. So when we talking about BJJ competitors,
Can
we were
Gordon
talking.
beat him?
No.
Yeah.
No way.
You think Gordon can beat him?
Mhm.
I mean, you could just pull guard.
Yeah.
right?
No,
You just go
they'll,
for legs.
They'll stand you up.
In 30 seconds. Izzy has
No,
to run.
If he sits down, you mean pull guard or sit down? Like
If he sits down and starts
if
coming
he sits
after him,
down and Izzy backs up, the ref
Yeah,
will stand him up
the refs will
immediately.
stand
what is that UFC rules? Is that? But
You
that's
have
not.
to-
That's
the
all.
MMA rules.
He
yeah.
would have
if,
to.
if there's
he would
not
have
any
to
kind
sit
of.
and engage immediately.
He would
or
have
do
to
an arm
jump
drag
guard.
and
So
do
he-
that.
okay.
hamstring
If he
shit.
like did that slide in something and
Yeah.
got into some
Right,
entanglement,
Gordon's wrestling's not bad.
right?
But he
I-
every fight starts on the feet.
Yeah,
I like how
Right,
it
right,
goes,
right,
So,
but-
like
But
it
I,
goes to the king.
Izzy's gonna
immediately.
send one big kick out there.
well, that's
He's
the
gonna
only
be
option.
Fucking nervous after that.
That's
My-
the only option.
I
Right?
feel like Craig Jones or Nicky Rod would have a better chance than Gordon
I
because
don't
I feel
think
like
so.
obviously
no
I
wrestling.
think Gordon
He does, but it's
I
not.
think Izzy's too big, and none of them have even a slight
I-
chance.
I think Gordon's grappling's superior for sure, but I feel like Nicky Rod has probably been in some fights and he's a little tougher. And Craig Jones has been training with MMA fighters down there, like getting those guys ready. I feel like he's got something in there. I feel like that they could get to a clinch and tie him up. But
I
man,
just don't see a
The
world.
thing
where
that
they can
Gordon
even
said
stand a
about
chance.
Craig Jones is Craig Jones's game needs to evolve. And I agree with that. Like, he needs to figure out how to play top better.
That's a weird.
But have you
that's
guys
a
seen
weird,
Izzy?
That's a weird. That just seemed like
Like-
you were being a dick and going after Craig there.
No, I like Craig, but when I've watched the last couple Craig's matches, he does seem to like versus Pedro. He should have never pulled guard on Pedro. That was one of Gordon's comments on how he should have beat Pedro.
that Pedro
That
Moreno fight.
that Craig is better than Pedro, but by Craig feeling like he wasn't probably Craig didn't play the style that he should have played. And if you're not willing to change your styles up to beat your opponents, then you're going to be unfortunately always a
Yeah.
second tier fighter. It wasn't a mean thing. He was basically like, I do think that Craig probably needs a little bit better wrestling. But Izzy's 185, right?
I was going to say the one
I
thing.
think middleweight is one of the most prestigious MMA titles to have.
So,
too.
But
so
Izzy
Gordon
went
at
up to
220.
205 and
That's
got beat.
exactly my reason.
But Jan
Yeah.
Blachowicz is a pretty fucking bad motherfucker.
So
too.
I
Izzy
agree.
and
has
I guarantee
to.
you, Jan would beat all those guys too. So
Izzy
Jan
has
would have
to,
a better chance.
Y'all would have a
for
better
sure.
chance, I think.
I don't.
He has
I
to
don't
knock
know.
Gordon Ryan out before Gordon gets connected to him.
And this is MMA in America. You can't knee a downed opponent. You can't.
Right, but they have to shoot in. Remember Ryan Hall
Well, he doesn't. I mean, he could
trying
just
to Eminari roll
he could just
12 times?
overpower him too.
The Prince of Persia or whatever, that one dude, he legitimately was straight up just trying to like sit and leg lock. So I mean, there's a way you can do it.
I feel like the style that Craig has, which is more of a judo style, if he could just get him wrapped up. I mean, if you could wrap up over unders and stuff, that takes away the striking, and you're in close, that takes away the kicks.
I think it's just a complete mismatch, and there's not even a single world where anyone can beat him.
So Ronnie has Craig or Nikki.
Yeah, and
Chad has. I don't really know. You were kind of all over the place.
I don't think
Nobody.
Nikki or Craig can do it. I think Gordon is the only one from just watching. I mean, even with Bo Nickel,
It's such a long shot, even for Gordon. I feel like maybe
I think
he
it's
has
the only
best
shot
chance,
that has a
but
chance.
He might have the best chance, but it's a one in.
I think
a
it would
couple
have to be I'm
100,000
going to
or
use my
something.
pure size and power to literally.
He's not
get to a
that much
position.
bigger than
He's
Izzy, too.
225.
He also couldn't be on steroids, so.
Izzy's on steroids
well,
too.
it just says MMA. It doesn't say UFC. We can get this in a low
Yeah.
low
I guess
level.
that's
level.
true. Sure.
well,
I was
about
I was
Phillips'
gonna
response.
throw out. I was gonna throw out. Who did I have in mind? I was gonna throw out not this person, but this is an example. I was gonna throw out someone like Rita, someone who's just massively.
See, I
big.
don't think Rita could do it.
Yeah, I don't think so
I
either.
mean, have those guys
Rita's
ever been
not
punched in the
good.
face?
Rita's not a good
Like-
example.
Uh,
I'm trying
some
to
of
think
them
I know
like-
Craig
like
has.
that.
Like I would be intrigued to see Buchecha.
Buchecha was one I thought of, but he's since he's transitioned to MMA, I kind of threw him out.
Yeah, that would be like me. That would be like almost saying like the Riddler or somebody like
Right.
that. Which I mean, yeah.
I mean, Buchecha would have at least some experience in MMA.
I don't think
that-
Andre'd have a shot.
I
no,
feel like
I
that's
don't
saying-
think Andre would have a shot at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see a world where it's possible.
So Chad, you Gordon then?
I'm gonna go with Gordon. I think
Okay.
Gordon would have the best shot.
No, I think it's good. I like it. Most annoying.
It's the battle of getting a hold of somebody and the
Yeah.
battle of keeping your distance and piecing them apart, hoping that it's enough damage to put
I
him
think
down.
Izzy's proved he's pretty good at that.
He's incredible for sure.
at keeping the distance and
100%. Yeah, I don't.
Who's more lame though, him or Cejudo?
I don't know.
That's the better
I don't think
question.
either of them are lame. I think they're both fun to watch.
Well,
No.
We're talking.
antics.
Yeah.
Cejudo. By a million %.
Yeah.
I love
Cejudo.
Izzy because I'm a total weeb too. So.
But when he came out in a collar and said that this dog is about to come off the chain, I wanted to just like
I missed
I'm
that
done.
one, thankfully.
Yeah,
That's
his
a little
last
cringy.
fight.
Yeah,
he
his
said,
last
it was
fight.
so.
Well, I don't
cringe,
remember
man.
that quote, but I saw the fight.
Yeah.
He was in a
I remember
dog,
the collar too. So.
he's in a dog collar, and like someone was hyping him up, but I just was trying to think of the person who wasn't, and it was Volkanovski. He was just
Volkanovski's like,
come on,
mate,
mate.
come on, just don't do it, mate. Just come on, just go out there and
Volk's
show
the man.
yourself.
Volk is the coolest, man.
Yeah.
That's the MMA fighter that I would say had a chance against a BJJ competitor, like just entering a Naga and then him just somehow winning it because he's Volk.
I
Yeah.
think he's got a good shot. I think George St. Pierre could beat a lot
Oh,
of grapplers too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Most annoying, 40-year-old,
Ryan Hall, for sure.
40-year-old white belt with the nicest gear, or 18-year-old who is ungodly.
Well,
The 18-year-old's more annoying.
I guess it
Yeah.
depends who it is. You got Austin Tristan.
Well,
You got
I mean, we're talking just in general. If you were going against someone who's the more we're talking about personality. Just,
No. I'm actually talking personality.
Are you?
Like you just actually.
I'm gonna have to switch my answer.
Yeah,
then.
there's your answer. Because
Yeah.
you silently judge them like motherfucker.
I
you
see
got
a lot of
money, you
40-year-olds
got
or-
fucking nice key.
30-year-olds come into the sport and they just want to have nicer things.
I think part of that is wanting to fit in too. Because
Yeah.
I can kind of remember when I started, I was like, all right, well, I got to get a gi. And then I was looking at all these other bullshit accessories. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll get those little foot things so my feet don't get all mat burned up and
This
shit.
is great.
And then I never once
me
used
get-
them. You
let me
know,
give
I was
you
too
an
embarrassed to
example.
even put them on. So
We used to take Sun Union to this school in Chicago a lot, and it was a very nice school, very nice area. And I saw these two Asian doctors pull up in a Porsche, and they had like limited edition show your real gis on and could not do a double leg.
Yeah.
That was
They
like
were
All
black
Star.
belts. What's that?
Remember All Star?
Yeah.
The guy pulled up in the
Oh yeah.
Maserati or whatever.
Thanks,
and
Chef,
they're-
for naming the fucking school. I really
Uh,
appreciate it. I
but-
super appreciate that.
Well, no, I thought they're awesome. They're good people.
No. I'm just saying, like, when you're like the hardened person who's been there for a while, and you have no money, and you're like, I get hand-me-down gis, and you see this 40-year-old walk in with like the nicest shit.
Yeah.
Is that more annoying, or an 18-year-old who walks in and just is like, hey, I'm super flexible, I'm not gonna tap to anything.
yeah, the 18-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, well, me as an instructor, I like those guys that
Yeah.
like they got money.
Yeah.
They normally
There you
listen
go.
to you. They
Keep
take.
going.
They're motivated.
They
You
usually
know, like
smell
18-year-old
okay.
for you.
yeah, they smell good. You know, they're not like.
Oh, man.
I'm taking the 40-year-old. I'm going home with him. Can I?
All right.
Can
There
I
you
take
go.
a ride in the Ferrari?
Oh,
Next
I forgot
question.
to add on the last part. It said who is ungodly flexible and has no awareness of injuries. That was the whole
Yeah.
stick. Yeah, but you guys got that. What would you change if you went back to white belt?
Joe Moore.
Ooh.
That was quick.
Different instructor.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
There you
Nothing,
go.
honestly. I feel like I had.
We should stop.
I do like
That
that
was-
ending.
That's it right there. That's where we should stop.
Thanks for watching.
I guess I'll go ahead and go on to the next one though, because this next one is legitimately for Ronnie. The producer actually
Okay.
added one to this.
I feel like I had the best.
Meme.
instructor, so.
There's a meme of
Fuck you.
how to become an effing stud, and it's like some. I think it's a Ronnie. You'd know these cartoons better than me now because M's a little younger. It's the guy, and he's got a bunch of like colorful things. It's like a Cartoon Network show.
That's all of them.
I love
Sorry.
Blue. Blue
Anyway,
loves
so
me.
he has a book, and it says how to
It's like
become an effing stud, and it says step 1 wrist lock, step 2 heel hook, step 3. Go ahead and fill that in.
Neck crank.
Yeah, that's a good
Step 3, dramatic dramatic wrestling where you pick them up, throw them, and drop
Greco.
them. Yeah, Greco.
one. Like when someone's sitting guard and you flying triangle them or something.
Yeah.
Fly-
No, you
Flying
pick them up by their
submission.
pants and you lift them and still they drop on their neck and then you put them in turtle.
Austin Gruber said buggy choke.
Oh, gotcha. Well, there's a reason why no one answered that.
Until I
because
get
it's
it-
dumb.
Until I actually get stuck with a buggy choke from someone, I have
I've
no
never been
respect
caught in
for
it. Knock off.
I've had people try their hardest,
Yeah.
like me put them, like just do it.
I just got to keep my frame wide. I've never had someone fill the
But I'm
space.
sure there's someone out there that
Oh.
can tap me with it.
I guarantee the Rotillo brothers are those people that have that
Or
long
J-Rock.
body
Yeah.
that are, yeah.
I mean, he
The,
taps someone at ABCC with
When I seen that you
Like
can
3
just
months of
Von Flu
jiu-jitsu.
choke out of that, I was like, oh, okay. There's absolutely no way anyone beats me with that. Because you just if they do a traditional buggy choke and you get the arm underneath, you just Von Flume it the same manner as if they were doing a guillotine. It's a Von Flu choke, and I tap a lot
The
of
buggy
people with
choke's
Von Flu.
kind
Yeah,
of
as
like
long
a
as I get the
triangle,
knee
right?
into the hip and I do the Von Flu choke version, I normally can break it.
The buggy choke's basically like a triangle in application, right? You have the arm across
Yes.
the neck,
Mhm.
and then you have your legs.
So
push
it's
your
really
arm
important
in.
to keep that open as
Yeah.
wide as you can, not to let that frame.
It's definitely an effective move, but it's very niche.
Very
You were an 80cc too. You would just,
slam 'em.
I mean, just.
But J-Rod, he
Slap
hit one at
shit
ADCC
out of
with like
somebody.
2 months of
Yeah,
training,
sure.
which
Yeah.
isn't fucking. I hate it, but
What show would
It's
you
good.
like? Would you like if you were trapped in for a month?
what show would I want to be trapped in for a month?
Yes.
Seinfeld.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What show to be trapped in for a month?
Just hanging out, getting into all
Dragon
kinds
Ball
of
Z?
squirrely antics.
See,
You have to fight people to the death. in
I
Dragon Ball
I
Z.
thought
That's
about
awesome.
that.
See, now
that
that's why I'm saying you have to live in this show for a
Yeah.
month.
Well, I might be
Frieza
dead in a
comes
day,
and
but
fucking blasts your ass.
but what if I'm the chosen one?
Well, you're gonna have a
you
long
have
road.
to, you got to fight for a month, and that's one fight.
That's one episode.
that's one. That's, no, that's like
That's
30
powered up
episodes.
for a month.
Yeah.
And you're powering up for a month.
Yeah, so I'm good for the first month. If we
I
had to go
thought-
to,
But you have to go in as Krillin. So
Oh,
Oh
God.
man.
you're,
I'm
you're a
out.
little neutered.
Yeah.
You're not quite a Saiyan.
I
You
don't know
know?
any of these things.
I thought about it, and I had
Maybe
I had
Yamcha
two.
even.
If I was gonna go animated, I'd probably go Pokemon, because that
That's
would
a
be
good
that
one.
would be a good.
That'd be a
one.
fun adventure for a
That'd be
month.
fun. If I had to do real people, I'd probably be Ted Lasso, because I could just that's just everyone's all happy all the time. And
I'm going as Gundam Wing then.
There you go.
Holy shit, that's dangerous too.
That'd be awesome. Have
Mine
a
was-
giant
Mine
mech.
was It's Always Sunny, or
That's a
what
good
was
one.
What was the other one?
It's basically Seinfeld.
Yeah, I know it is basically Seinfeld. Or
It's just the wrong side of
Yeah.
town.
shit, I forgot the other one.
30 Rock. That'd
What-
be a good one.
What's the
Now.
superhero series I just watched?
The Boys?
You're asking
The
us what
Boys.
you have watched.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one's
why the
violent as fuck
would you
too.
wanna be in The Boys?
I gotta be a superhero though.
I don't give a shit, and that leads me into my next portion of my question. When you chose your character, you chose your show just now. What character would you be if you could change into that character?
I just imagined myself as a weird neighbor like Kramer that would just pop over to Jerry's, eat food, and hang out and shit.
And get into antics.
Yeah.
Get into antics.
Ronnie.
If I went,
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! God damn it, that was mine.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
That'd been a
was
good
mine.
one.
That's a fun one too, but you can get banished to the
You
shadow.
can get
realm.
banished to the
Oh,
Shadow
shit.
Realm.
Yeah,
Yugi's grandpa was was trapped for like the entire how many first
I
seasons?
thought that was a safer one because I was gonna do Pokemon too, but
Yeah.
Pokemon's
pretty safe.
choice. I
It's
think that's
pretty
the
safe.
best
God,
one.
yeah.
And see, and that when
You
I
just
was
faint and then you go.
if
back
I
to
was
the
gonna
place.
exactly if I was gonna
Blackout.
do Pokemon, I think I'll probably get in trouble for this answer, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's funny. I think I'd be Professor Oak.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason why is all those 10-year-olds go out on their adventure and their moms are still at home.
Just ruling Pallet Town.
You're just smashing the pallet.
Yeah.
Chad.
Top that.
Wait, which one am I going off? Am I going off Gundam Wing or am I going off the boys?
Your
Whatever you
choice.
want.
Either one.
Dealer's choice.
All right. I mean,
You would
clearly,
be
if I go off,
Homelander for there's no.
I can't
other.
be Homelander.
Fuck off. You are Homelander.
I don't even know who that is, but I
Go
believe
watch
it.
Go watch The Boys and then tell me Chad's not Homelander.
Nah, I think
What's his superpower?
He's Superman.
Oh,
he's a dickhead Superman.
even cooler.
Uh,
Is he just as gullible and fucking dumb?
Yes.
what? I'm
Yes.
gullible and dumb.
No, but
Yes,
Superman
he
is.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
He's not dumb, but
The
he's pretty
answer is
gullible.
yes.
The answer's yes.
The answer is yes to all of those things.
Yes to all.
I didn't. I think I'm the other guy.
There you go.
I guess
That
Superman's
fights.
probably-
Asked and
That fights.
answered.
Who is
I don't know.
Butcher?
Oh, Butcher. Yeah.
How did you not choose Epion?
I choosing Epion for them. This is the boys. For Gundam Wing, I'm definitely going Epion, but I'm doing it as Hito Yui, not as Zex Marquis.
There you go.
All right.
So I'd be Joey Wheeler just because I want to be Joey Wheeler.
From
Joey
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Wheeler.
Hell yeah.
And if I could be anyone
From
on It's
Brooklyn.
Always Sunny, it would be Frank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Frank was
He's a
pretty good.
millionaire.
It would
It's a
just
great
be Frank.
choice.
Yeah, it should be,
Just
that'd
gets
be
into
awesome.
antics, too.
Yeah, that's right. All right. And
That's it?
That's an
That's it.
episode.
That was pretty fun. I liked that one. a
Anything
lot.
else before we finish it? You want to half-ass promote someone and promote a company?
I got it. All right, guys. May your triangles be true and your cat penises be large.
Bam!
End the show.
In that show.